Hey guys, what's going on? Druzy here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer video, and this one was a shocker for myself, as I'm sure many of you, as Red Links announces a week early. Now, this card will not be coming out until Friday, December 25th, which we all know what day that is. That is Christmas Day, of course, and that is when the Woodland Critters are coming. So obviously, I'm uploading this video about 10 days-ish or so earlier than that moment, so in about 10 days or so, this card will be coming out, and it is going to be a neutral card, a ranged epic card, 3 energy cost, 260 base health, 24 base damage, and it is, of course, the Woodland Critters. Now, I don't know how many Woodland Critters are going to be coming up. Is it just going to be Berry Bear? Is it going to be a lot of them? We're going to have to wait and find out. I do have some video gameplay of the Woodland Critters to check this all out and see, but they will have a charged ability which kills the closest ally you own and gains their attack up to 40, which will scale up as the card levels up, and we will look at those stats here in a second. And current health is up to 315, which I believe scales as well. So, card art looking pretty satanic, if I do say so myself, and pretty fantastic all around. I wish there were more of the Christmas critters in it than just the, porcupine, and is that, I don't know that bird. I know there's a bird in the Woodland Critters, but I don't remember that one specifically. It looks like a sparrow. I don't remember there being a sparrow, but oh well, whatever. Let's just look at the card stats, guys. So here on the card stats, there's the base health. We look at max 4, but really max 5 is really where most epic cards shine. And you've got 849 HP, 83 attack, 988 max HP gain. That is massive. And 125 max attack gained, which would basically make it over 200 attack and over 1700 health for a range card, guys, at 3 energy cost. This could be a scary card, but remember, you're sacrificing another card. Now, here's the main thing. Is it best to play this card with a lower level card cost, like a 2-cost assassin? Kill it, absorb it, and now it's yours, and you get all this bonus HP and strength. So think of someone like Furkle, who's not really that worth it, right? You maybe already have Henrietta out. You can cast Furkle out. Furkle, you can then maybe take Furkle away, boost it up with the Christmas Critters. I don't know. There's a lot of different potential combos that we could have with this card, because again, it's a neutral card, which means it's it's limitless as far as what you're able to do. Or maybe something like me, I love playing superheroes. You can cast out Mysterion. It could kill Mysterion, and then Mysterion's just going to come right back anyways by fluttering back across the screen, and then bam. I'm just saying, there's a lot of potential here, potentially with this card, but again, we're going to have to check it out in game with some of the gameplay that Red Links has given us early access to really kind of gauge it and see how good it's going to be. But that's a crap ton of health you could get back, as well as a bunch of attack boost as well, which basically means that you would have to cancel a 3-cost energy card, most likely, potentially, and then you could also bring back the Christmas Critters with someone like Dar if they get too low of health. And then they could just start this whole satanic process all over again, right? But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. So let's just rush right into some gameplay and check this card out. Why don't? All right, so here we go with some of the gameplay from Red Links themselves.
Hail Satan!
All right, so as we can see, we have Berry Bear and Porcupine on top of Berry Bear. And as you can see, immediately upon summon, Hail Satan. So there are no cards on the field, so it looks like he's going to walk Ninju. So Ninju's going to boost the damage. Okay, so that health bar, pretty ridiculous. Also, remember, this is friendly fight stats, so he goes up to the plus 60 as well, which means it'd be only level 2 epic cards for friendly fight standards. So he's going to get the boost from Kyle. Wow, that is a basic attack.
I will be your new best friend.
That is a basic attack and a half right there. So obviously the blood also, so basically the mini like satanic blood orgy situation with that, but that basic attack though.
I will be your new best friend.
That basic attack though. That's all I'm saying. All right, so we can hanky him to make him charge that much faster. Oh man, this could be a dangerous card, yo.
Not my ball.
Exciting! I love playing superheroes.
This town's going to shit. I'm going to hurl.
Name.
Okay, sacrifice Michael, still get all that. Well, so one thing I am noticing a lot is the attack speed's fairly slow, which is good because the potential of the amount of extra damage that you could have and things like that, it's very positive to see that it's a slow attack speed. But you're seeing here that even with just Alternate Human Kite and Osimo, just 2 cards essentially, they're fairly well dealing with the Christmas Critter card fairly well with just these 2 cards. I mean, yeah, he's frozen. But there you see, in just 2 thrusts from Cartman and about 2 or 3 basic attacks from Alternate Human Kite, basically a third of its health is gone. So that's helpful to see. Obviously, he sacrifices Michael, and then it kind of comes back a little bit. But you see with the slow attack speed and just those 2 units attacking him, he's still going down fairly quickly. So obviously using some kind of unit with multiple swarm would probably deal with him fairly easily from the looks of it. Obviously something like rats, something like underpants gnomes would probably deal with this card fairly easily because again his attack speed looks, although amazing, is pretty slow in theory. So now it's got the boost with Ninju again.
Do I look like a conformist?
But dang, that's some damage, though. That's some damage it can crank out, though, if it's left alone and left unaccounted for. And that's pretty dangerous.
Final boss now.
Everybody. Whoa.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, quit it! You will suck my dog.
Never thought it would end like that.
So this will definitely work well. Obviously, again, you got the Goth Kid, so he sacrificed Pete. Obviously, Henrietta brings Pete right back into the fold.
Time for ultimate power. Get ready.
That's cool.
Yippee!
Like little ducks.
Yay!
That was a Darfail in your own video, Red Links. Let's go. It's funny.
My faith will protect me.
There you see, dude, Barry Bear back in the back, just sniping
Fucking
folks. Getting that regen.
Youch!
Multiple Kyles. Immediate sacrifice of Choir Boy Butters.
A master ninja has no equal.
Whoopee! Immediately kills that. Holy crap, that damage, though.
I will be your new best friend.
You can watch it on a tank right here. Slow and steady, but 2 basic attacks took half health down of Osimo. Obviously, again, it's only level 2, but they're even as far as their,
That's my ball.
I mean, just sacrificing assassins, like I pretty much had mentioned earlier.
Hi. Whoa.
And there you go, now you got all these goth kids back.
Do I look like a conformist?
You can't hang out with us.
Yeah, dude, I mean, again, this is friendly fights. It's a little bit different as far as friendly fights to when you see them on ladder, but these guys, I mean, this card could be scary, though. Especially if they're just sacrificing assassin units, which definitely seems to be the way to go.
Season's greetings.
You might be a little crushed.
Distract with the Zan, but it does sacrifice Zan. So that's the scary part, I guess, of playing a tank with this card, because you run the potential of killing the tank, right? Because there's no energy cap as far as what it can kill. So I mean, like, if you play this card with someone like, say, Man Bear Pig, right? You're running the risk of sacrificing Man Bear Pig for yourself to boost up 1 unit. So it's also going to take a little bit of time as far as learning what kind of cards to synergize with this card to make it the most effective without sacrificing other units at the same time.
You will suck my golf balls.
The character back and forth right now is fantastic.
I'll die anyway.
Yeah, so you just sacrificing a tank to keep it alive. Not necessarily saying that's the way to go. I'm not saying it's terrible because he's one-hitting everything right now. But that's a lot of potential risk here. But it definitely looks like it's really going to be great with Mystical, obviously for the healing component. Obviously, then you can have Zen, which would be, you know, low energy cost tank that even if you sacrifice, it's not a big deal. You've got the 2 low cost assassins you can sacrifice. You can Dar it to bring it back to the fold again.
Fuck all of you.
So it definitely looks like Mystical is going to be the theme to go with this card for sure. And you got Ninju that you can just sacrifice after it gives you the damage buff anyways. But pretty insane
Santa's gonna have to
how long
give
this thing has lasted thus far, and still, that's insane.
not
Extra
Santa
damage.
Claus.
My goodness gracious.
I plan to die.
I think there's secretly going to be a contest that Red Link's is going to hold. Is like, how much extra damage can you potentially get in one match with the Woodland Critters before somebody else catches it? Here you have it with sacrificing Jesus, and Jesus just comes right back, obviously, from the resurrection it has. So a lot of interesting potential combos with the Woodland Critters for sure.
Give them, Father.
So it's definitely looking like, again, Mystical is the way to go.
I fear no one.
I am at peace.
Hail Satan.
There's a new sheriff in town.
Insane. Yeah, and you got the low cost of sci-fi as well. Angel Wendy sighting.
Jesus, save me.
Makes sense with all that extra healing again. Juice Scout Ike could be useful, guys. You could potentially sacrifice him to make the Woodland Critters even stronger. Okay, and that's good. That's good to also know. It's only going to sacrifice 1 swarm unit. So if you played it with something like Chicken Coop and you had a bunch of different chickens on the field, it would only potentially sacrifice 1 chicken. It only sacrifices 1 rat. It would only sacrifice 1 pigeon. That's good to know as well, or even 1 gnome, whatever the situation is. Because that was something I was also kind of interested in. And yes, as you can see, of course, he can sacrifice or be brought back by Dar, and then just start this whole ridiculous process over again.
Your move.
Yay. And now he's even stronger and kept alive even better with the bounty hunter of Kyle. It would be kind of dangerous, I think, to use Elven King Bradley with him, because then you run the risk of you sacrificing Elven King Bradley to give you the boost for having a range card as well. But yeah, that's some scary potential there with the Woodland Critters, guys, and that's some early gameplay with him. There's nothing else special that we know of coming next week yet. I mean, obviously, Red Links could announce something at a later function, but yeah, we finally are getting the Woodland Critters into the game. This is a card I've been wanting for a long time. Obviously, for Christmas, we've gotten Hanky, we've gotten Santa, we got Jesus last year, and then now we're getting Woodland Critters for the 4th Christmas since this game has come out. In case you guys were not keeping track of what the Christmas cards were in order. But yeah, so Woodland Critters are going to be the 4th Christmas-style card we are getting this year. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am for this card. This card could be scary and could potentially be useful. I can't say in a variety of different decks. I honestly think it's going to be best in Mystical, obviously. And maybe some other themes as well. But what do you guys think? What themes, combos are you going to use with this card? Do you even care about this card at all? I am, myself personally. But again, I'm a little disappointed that it's only just the 2 of them. It's just Berry Bear and Porcupine. But I get it. I mean, it would be hard for them to animate all the characters on the screen at the same time, especially when basically only one is doing it all. But I'm okay with Berry Bear at least being the main one. But thank you guys again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. This card releasing Christmas Day of 2020. But thank you guys again, and we'll catch you in the next one.